That song literally makes me want to just do the little Michelle Bob. Like, that's so good. Like, you have a hit with that one. I am so in love with it. Like, that is like my favorite song right now. I loved it when it came out on what's that show? The little Tiny Desk. Yes. When they sang it up there, I was like, oh my God, I went on Apple Music, could not find it. And she finally dropped it. Well, they finally dropped it. And I was just like, yes. Like, girl, that is my song. That is my jam. Y'all probably like, what? Like, but I love that song. Like, it's just. So before we get into today's video, you know, I have to take a sip, because it's going to be another talking video. We're going to give you some tips on how to move to LA, what to do, where to go, like, not where to go, but like how to look for places, and just like little tidbits or whatever that I can give you to help you out, that I wish I would have had, or maybe a video that I would have saw before I moved or something. So today, that's what we're going to be doing. And oh yeah, so if this is your first video, I'm Ebony Nicole, aka Lo Nicole, which is my Instagram, my Twitter. If you want to find me, if you want to follow your girl, yes, do all that. And before you continue on to this video, like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. Yes, I'm very extra, very a lot, and I'm always excited, always hype, always smiling, like always doing the most. And yeah, that's just me, and I love it, and this is who I am, and this is who I'm gonna be. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to say, because this is what you're gonna get every time. But yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so moving to a city and being a student is very helpful, but if you go to a school like FIDM, there is no student housing. They do have like housing through the school or whatever, but there's not like, it's not the perfect situation, especially for somebody who was moving at 23. I've already done the whole like first college experience, having a roommate and sharing a room and all this other stuff. And as we all know, LA can get kind of expensive, especially downtown, which is where my school is. So for me and my roommates, I actually did not know them before I moved there. I found them on the FIDM app. So FIDM has a school app where you can find roommates if you want to do off-campus housing, or if you want to go through FIDM to do one of their, they have, it's basically apartments downtown that FIDM just has like certain rates with. So I don't remember all of the ones that they have, but obviously you can go to the website and you can figure those out. But I do know some options outside of that we did. We used Zillow. And so basically we just rented a house or whatever, and it was the perfect situation. It was close to the school. It wasn't close to the train, and I'm not a big bus rider, so I did take Uber every day, but my Uber was probably like for $2 to $6 every day, there and back. So we lived in South Central when I first moved there, and contrary to belief, I actually didn't find any problems with South Central, but I also grew up very like, you know, it's like, I don't know, anything could happen to you anywhere. So I guess for me, living in South Central was not that big of a deal. The only issue that I had with the area that I lived in was me being vegetarian, pescatarian, whatever, not eating meat. I didn't have a lot of options for grocery stores, but I did go to school where there was literally a grocery store that I could walk to and then take my Uber home and go. So that's the only thing about that area. But we did have a Dollar Tree, which came in clutch, okay? But again, there wasn't like many food options for me. There was like a Jack in the Box or taco spot on every corner, of course. But yeah, besides that, that was the only issue that I had with the area. But what I can say is baby girl can get her nails and her feet done for $20. So like, I mean, you take your wins where you can get them, and you take your losses where you can take them too. But you know, you figure it out and you do what you got to do, whatever. So yeah, that's what we did. We did Zillow, and we just rented a house. It was super easy, and it was just like the perfect situation. Washer and dryer in there. We did have a fridge in there, which is key because a lot of us don't come with a fridge, you know. And we all had our own rooms, nice sized rooms. It was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and it was obviously 4 of us. Rent was pretty decent. Like for LA to have my own room, I'm talking like $750, not including utilities, but like all together like $800. So that's really good for your own room in LA. What else? I looked at other things when I was trying to find my roommate. There's like the Lorenzo, which is super expensive. You're paying like $900 to $1,000 to share a room. So that is beyond crazy, but it's super nice in there if that's something that you want to do. And they do have shuttles that go back and forth to like USC and FIDM if you're going to be a student. What else is there for students? Of course, there's always like, they're kind of gentrifying the area of South Central, so there's a lot of student housing options around the area. But like I said, you just go on Zillow. If you have people that you want to move with, or you're going to school and you just connect with people from your school, even if you don't know them, and y'all share a house together, that is the perfect situation, and it's super affordable. I would say that's like the best situation if you don't want to be sharing a room. And like I said, you can go on the website of your school and look for housing options as well for off-campus. And that's like basically the surface of student housing. I'm not going to get too much into that because I know I'm not a student anymore, so that wouldn't really help me. But on the other hand, I did live in Hollywood as well. I moved to Hollywood. Obviously, it's basically the same pricing as living downtown. So in that situation, that was a different situation for me. I ended up finding that place off of Roomster, which I do not suggest using Roomster because it is horrible. It is a horrible experience. I don't know about your city, but in LA, Roomster is like, everything is a scam. If it sounds too good to be true in LA, it's super too good to be true, and it's a scam. Like, I probably messaged 100 people on Roomster, and when I tell you only one of them came back to be an honest person, literally everybody that I messaged was like, oh, I'm gonna send my lawyer to send you the contract, and they wouldn't let me see the house. Like, just things that just don't make sense is what they would message you and say, and you're like, clearly this is a scam. I've done this before, and I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not the mother fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Okay, so that's Roomster. I hate Roomster. Don't do it. Like, if you can save yourself the hassle, literally screw Roomster, because it's a tragedy. Like, I don't like it. But we're not gonna give them too much of my time and my energy because I gave them my money and they gave me nothing. But it's okay though. Okay? Yes, you have to pay for Roomster for them to be scams. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to filter out the scams better, like apartments.com or something. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, next point. Apartments.com in any city is the best place to go if you are looking for an apartment, of course. I would say that if you kind of want to be in the middle of everything and you want to find like affordable LA housing, the Koreatown area is where we looked, and we found like really good prices, like $1,400 for is it a 1-bedroom? It was a 1-bedroom, and we were gonna like, obviously, one person in the living room, one person in the bedroom. So that was like of course, like apartments.com is the go-to place to go. And the only thing about Koreatown is because everybody's moving to Koreatown because it's like the most affordable. When I say affordable, I'm talking LA affordable. So let's not be like $1,400. Like, that is really good. Like, come on now, it's LA. Like, that's really good for a 1-bedroom. The only thing about that area is it doesn't come with a lot. Like, parking is terrible. I don't have a car, so that wasn't an issue for me, but I do know like everybody that I was gonna room with had cars, and that was like a really, really big issue. Like, after a long day of work, I'm sorry, I don't want to spend an hour trying to find a park, and I don't want to spend an hour walking to my place. Like, I want to be able to be guaranteed a park. So that's the only thing about Koreatown. And then also another thing is, since so many people are moving there, it's super hard to get into one of those apartments. Like, when you call, you either do not get called back, or they never answer, like, ever. Like, you can call at 9 a.m., 12 p.m. I don't care what time you call. You can call every hour, you can call every minute, and they do not answer. And then when you do get someone to answer, you're gonna go look at the apartment, and then you're gonna look at the apartment at 9 a.m. and if you don't put your deposit down when you're leaving that place, just know it's gone. It's completely gone. Like, that's just the scene in LA. Like, that's just it. Like, that's what it is. I also really like the another area that I was looking into was like the Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw area. I really love that area. So many hair stores. You have grocery stores right there. You have literally everything. You have that little mall there. Like, it's like a little town. Like, it's walking distance to get to where you need to be. And they have vegan options there too. So I was definitely looking into that area because that is in the middle for me too. Like, I need to go downtown to the garment district and, you know, to the alley and stuff like that. And I needed to get to work. I worked at the Grove. So, like, it was perfect middle area for me. But I did end up, like I said, moving to Hollywood, which was amazing because my Ubers were so cheap getting to work. And I lived right by the train in that Hollywood area. I love that area. Literally everything is there. The club is there. Obviously, I like to go to the club. Grocery stores are there. Food everywhere. Of Hollywood area. I mean, I wouldn't live there forever, but like, not having a car, I love the Hollywood area. That's what I can say. What else is there? Oh, like on your other options, if you don't have somebody, you're not really looking for to rent your own apartment or whatever and sign a 12-month lease. I'm the type of person that I don't really like to commit to a lease right now because I'm kind of all over the place. So when I moved to my Hollywood area, I had a lot of restrictions. So obviously if you come to LA, you shouldn't have so many restrictions like me. But my life is crazy. So my life comes with a lot of, I can't do this, is that, and third. I can't sign a 12-month lease. So I need a sublease. I need cheap rent so I can save. I need to be close to my job. I need to be close to the grocery store because I don't have a car. Like, I have all these restrictions or whatever. So if you're someone like me, this is the perfect option for you. I would say Haus because they have like different leases that you can sign that could be really short, or they could be longer too. It just depends on what you need, and you just kind of, you know, like sometimes you can negotiate with them. And Haus is basically just like a big house where they have like, I don't know how many rooms. Sometimes they can have like 8 rooms. It's really huge, really nice, like really, really nice houses. My friend lived in one actually, and they're like in nice neighborhoods a lot of times. And yeah, they're really nice. The only thing is that you're living with so many people. Like I said, there's like 8 rooms. So there's like obviously 8 or possibly more because some people are sharing rooms. So, you know, it depends how you are as a person. But that's an option, Haus. That's something that not every city has. I think it's only bigger cities that have Haus. So you may or may not have heard about that because I didn't hear about it until I was looking for, obviously, a place. When I was looking to move to Hollywood or whatever, or somewhere around that area. That's a really good option. Yeah, because you're just paying for your room, and then obviously the kitchen and everything is all set up for you. But again, you're sharing a house with so many people, so different personalities. It depends on how you are as a person, everything. You know, you either have to, for me, I kind of had to trade in my sanity for all my restrictions. So it's like, you want to save, you want to move to Paris, you want to do this, you want to do that. Like, girl, you're all over the place. So take what you can get. And so if I got to trade in my sanity for a cheaper rent, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I did, and I got it done, and I did it, and we went to Paris. We moved. So done deal. I don't really care. Like, all of that is in the past. But one day I'm gonna get into roommates and how roommates are trash. Not all of them, because I've had some really, really good roommates, but let me tell you, third time is not always the charm, because my third time was a horrible experience. But that's neither here nor there. That's not this video today. That's not what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? I get worked up every time. Every time. I'm telling you, sometimes your sanity is worth a lot more. But sometimes your dreams are worth even more. So what you gonna do? Which one you gonna pick? Okay, where were we? Haus. Yeah. Okay, some other options that I would say if you're in between houses, or you're moving out there and you kind of just don't have anybody's couch to, you know, lay your head, whatever like that, and you don't want to be living out your car, you don't want to be living on the street, you know what I'm saying, because that's not too safe. But yeah, another option, the hostel life, backpack life, whatever you want to call it. For hostels, you can go on dorms.com. You can go, I would say go to dorms.com, find a hostel, and then go to Airbnb and find the hostel, because a lot of times Airbnb has cheaper rates and you can contact the owner. So for hostels, always try to check on Airbnb, because you can contact the owner, and if you're doing a extended stay, which you can only stay there for 29 days, for a lot of the hostels, I don't know if that's for everyone, but a lot of them you can only stay 29 days. So you have to leave for 1 day, just like if you're going overseas, you know, stay for 90, then you gotta come back home for 1 day and then go back if you're not a citizen. It's like that with hostels, but you get 29 days, you gotta leave for a day, and then you come back and you do it all over again. But yeah, so basically what you want to do if you're doing an extended stay, you just want to contact the owner, tell them like, hey, I'm actually going to be here for a while, and then you kind of tell them how long you're going to be there, and then sometimes they'll work out a rate for you, usually cheaper than what you would get on dorms.com or hostel. I can't remember the exact website, but I will link it down below. Yeah, so basically Airbnb, contact the owner, or if the site has the owner's number, just call them and be like, hey, this is my situation, I might be here for a while, can you give me a cheaper rate, whatever, just negotiate that, because they are willing to negotiate, because you are giving them more money than what somebody else coming for 2 days, 3 days to stay. So that's just a tip there. That's what I learned. I had to learn that, or whatever. Always like contact the owner if this is about to be a long situation. Even if you're just staying in an Airbnb for like a month, that's always an option as well. Sometimes it can be kind of expensive, but you do have options where you can just rent a room on Airbnb, which can be cheaper too. So for those extended stays, you always just want to contact the owner just to let them know like, hey, this may be a long situation. Is there any way I can get a cheaper rate, because this is what it is? Guess what? The worst they can tell you is no, you have to pay the high ass fee. Or they could work with you. So you're not losing anything. And that's just that. So I think that was like a quick run through. I mean, this is 20 minutes. I mean, it's 17, but it's not really that quick. But I mean, hostels, apartments.com, Zillow, Haus, the Lorenzo, student housing, student apps, your school site. Did I get it all? Did I do it? Did I do that? Did I just do that? Okay. I think I ran through it all. I think I gave y'all all the tea in one take. Is that what I just... So that's everything on the housing side. Let me just get into, since I got some extra time, let me just get into transportation. So if you're trying to figure out if you want to come there with your car, or if you don't want to come there with your car, come there with your car. Do it. If you gotta Uber or take public transportation for a little bit just to save up and get your car there one way or another, or buy a car, whatever your situation is, do it. Bring a car, because LA is not the city for public transportation. It's not a public transportation state. We do have trains, but they don't go everywhere. So they go to your main places like Santa Monica, Hollywood, downtown. You can go to Crenshaw, and Slauson. Like, you can get to that area, you know what I'm saying? But it don't go everywhere. So if you trying to get to the Grove from downtown, just know you're gonna have to take the train, you're gonna have to take the bus, you're gonna have to, and it's a 2-hour trip that is unnecessary. And if you're already going to work for 8-9 hours a day, you know what I'm saying? You do not want to be spending 2 hours there, 2 hours back. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm sorry. Uber is affordable if you live close to your place, but I will say Uber does give you a lot of deals. Sometimes you can get like 50% off. So there we have it. But I did spend like rent money when I was going from downtown to the Grove every day. I was spending a rent check a month, but that's okay. It's not okay because that's a lot of money, but we did what we had to do period. Sorry. Yeah, but I meant to say Uber is very accessible, because you know how in some cities Uber is not a thing because everybody has a car. But in LA, everybody takes Uber, everybody drives Uber and Lyft. I'm not a Lyft girl because Lyft is always more expensive for me. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, Lyft be trying me. Like, Uber will tell me $8 and Lyft will be like 14. Baby, no. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, I'm an Uber girl. Yeah, this is a great video. I had fun doing this. I love doing this. This is what I do. This is what I love. Okay. Yeah, that's all that matters. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I don't know what it will be, because you know, ain't no telling with me. But I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope y'all liked this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope it was very informative to you. I hope it was helpful to you. And I think that's everything. I think everything is love. I think that's everything is everything. Y'all know the deal. Bisou, bisou. Ebony Nicole. Mwah, mwah. Adios. What was this? Baby. Bye for real.